Hey there, series finders. Oh my goodness, I am so pumped to talk to you today. We're diving into something kind of bittersweet, you know? Like those shows that absolutely nailed it in season 1, gave us everything we wanted, and then they just kept going. And we're sitting there like, wait, why are we doing this? It's heartbreaking, honestly. But hey, we're gonna talk about it because sometimes you gotta call it like you see it, right? And before we jump in, super quick heads up. Check out that first pinned comment for all the streaming info on these shows. It's all laid out there nice and easy. Alrighty then, let's get into it, shall we? Okay, so you've got this incredible ensemble of Irish women. Sharon Horgan is absolutely killing it. And there's this deliciously dark mystery about an abusive husband who ends up dead. And you're watching season 1 going, which sister did it? Was it all of them? I need answers. The whole thing is based on this Belgian series, and wow, the flashback structure is just chef's kiss. Every episode peels back another layer, and you're laughing 1 second and gasping the next. It's a perfect whodunit wrapped in family dysfunction and dark comedy gold. But then season 2 shows up and it's like, okay, we're adding more mysteries, more suspicious deaths, and suddenly it feels rushed and overblown, you know? Like they're trying too hard to recapture lightning in a bottle. Don't get me wrong, the cast is still phenomenal, those women are absolute treasures, but the magic just isn't quite there anymore. This is Bad Sisters, and honestly, that first season should have been the whole story. M. Night Shyamalan directing the pilot? Say no more, I'm in. This show had such a Twin Peaks vibe, all creepy and atmospheric, with this Secret Service agent investigating missing colleagues in this deeply weird small town. And the mystery is so good in that first season. You're constantly going, what is happening in this place? Why can't anyone leave? What's with all the surveillance? It's got that perfect blend of psychological thriller meets sci-fi weirdness that just hooks you immediately. The whole aesthetic is unsettling in the best way possible, and you genuinely have no idea where it's going. But then they solve the mystery, right? And instead of ending on that high note, they give us a second season that's just dull, like watching paint dry levels of boring. The writing gets lazy, the acting feels phoned in, and there are all these pointless scenes that go nowhere. It's such a letdown because season 1 was that good, you know? This is Wayward Pines, and it's proof that not every mystery needs a sequel.
Hello? Are you there?
Bryan Cranston, you guys. Bryan Cranston! This man cannot stop being brilliant on television, and here he is as this judge whose son gets involved in a hit and run, and suddenly, dad's using all his legal power to cover it up. It's adapted from an Israeli series, and that first season is this tight, intense morality tale about how far you'll go to protect family. The tension is unbelievable, every episode ramps up the stakes, and you're watching this good man make increasingly terrible choices. It's like Breaking Bad energy, but in the legal world. And it works! The whole New Orleans crime family angle adds this extra layer of danger, and the season wraps up its story perfectly. Then they bring it back for season 2. And yeah, Cranston looks great all bearded and desperate in prison, but it just doesn't hit the same. The urgency is gone, the impact is diluted, and you're left thinking, we already told this story, why are we here again? This is Your Honor, and sometimes one perfect season is enough.
Promise you won't be naughty.
I promise I won't be naughty.
Listen, when Phoebe Waller-Bridge is involved, you know it's gonna be good. And season 1 of this show, absolute perfection. You've got Sandra Oh chasing Jodie Comer in this cat and mouse game that's equal parts thriller and sexually charged psychological drama. The writing is razor sharp, the tension is off the charts, and these two women are just magnetic together. It's feminist, it's funny, it's terrifying, it's everything. But then Waller-Bridge leaves after season 1, and it's like the soul of the show walked out with her. The subsequent seasons are still entertaining, yeah, the dynamic between Eve and Villanelle is still compelling, but something's just missing. That signature comedic charm, that perfect balance of darkness and wit, it's not quite there anymore. The show could have run for years at that quality level, but instead it became this thing where you're watching going, remember when this was great? This is Killing Eve, and Waller-Bridge's departure was felt in every episode that followed.
Well, you don't pick your parents and you don't pick your partner.
Woody Harrelson and Matthew McConaughey in the same show? During the McConaissance? Are you kidding me? This was a revelation when it dropped. The atmosphere, the mystery, the dual timelines, the writing, everything was firing on all cylinders. It felt like prestige television at its absolute peak, and people were obsessed. The New Orleans setting was haunting, the philosophical undertones were deep without being pretentious, and those two leads had chemistry that just crackled. Then they made it an anthology, which, okay, bold choice, but season 2 with Colin Farrell and Vince Vaughn just couldn't match that magic, not even close. It's not that it was bad, it just wasn't that, you know? And that's the problem with lightning in a bottle. You can't just make more of it. Every season after tried to recapture what made the first one special, but it's like chasing a ghost. This is True Detective, and honestly, season 1 could have stood alone as a complete masterpiece. Hey, quick little pause here, because if you're loving this conversation, do me a favor and hit that subscribe button, yeah? And smash that like button too, it really helps us out and lets me know you want more of these deep dives into PB obsession. Seriously, you're the best. Okay, back to the chaos. David Tennant and Olivia Colman investigating a child murder in a small British coastal town. The emotional devastation is real. That first series is 8 episodes of pure perfection. Every single person in this tight-knit community becomes a suspect, and the tension just builds and builds. The acting is phenomenal, the writing is meticulous, and when that finale hits, you're just wrecked. It's everything a mystery should be. Then they make more seasons, and look, they're well done. The performances are still top tier, but it starts stretching believability, you know? Court cases, old secrets, it gets convoluted. The urgency of that first series where everyone you know could be a killer, that's gone. It becomes a good show instead of a great one, and that's somehow more frustrating than if it had just been bad, because you know what it's capable of. This is Broadchurch, and that first series is still one of the best pieces of British television ever made. Netflix really did not know when to quit with this one. The first season adapts Jay Asher's novel, and it's devastating and important, and handles these incredibly difficult topics about bullying and teen suicide with real nuance. Those cassette tapes, the structure, the performances, it all works. It could have been this powerful standalone statement about mental health and the ripple effects of our actions. But then it became a hit, so they kept making more, and the quality just nosedived. Season 2 moves past the source material and loses that careful touch, and by season 4, the reviews are brutal because they're handling triggering topics in ways that feel exploitative instead of educational. It's such a shame because that first season genuinely connected with people, started important conversations, and then the subsequent seasons kind of undermined all of that goodwill. This is 13 Reasons Why, and it's a textbook case of knowing when to end the story. Okay, so hear me out. The Writers Guild strike really did a number on this one, but there were problems even before that. Season 1 was huge. Like, everyone was watching and theorizing and obsessed with these ordinary people discovering superpowers. But season 2, total soft reset. They bring in new characters that feel like plot devices. They make Peter lose his memory and power, so he's basically unrecognizable. They recycle the apocalypse storyline, and it's just frustrating. Claire's teenage romance subplot is boring. Sylar loses his powers, which defeats the whole point of his character, and they separate Hiro from Ando, which is a crime against television. The strike cut it to 11 episodes, so villains like the Nightmare Man get completely wasted, and the finale is anticlimactic. Plus, characters keep coming back from the dead, powers get lost and gained arbitrarily, and the stakes just evaporate. This is Heroes, and it went from must-watch TV to remember when this was good faster than you can say save the cheerleader.
What was I just doing?
What? What do you mean?
I'm out of here.
Oh, Natasha Lyonne. This woman is an absolute icon, and this show let her fully embrace that hardened New Yorker energy we love. Season 1 is this brilliant Groundhog Day riff where she's dying repeatedly at her 36th birthday party, and it tackles aging and existentialism and trauma in ways that are both hilarious and devastating. The whole time loop thing with her and this guy who's also stuck trying to figure it out together, it's so inventive and bingeable. You watch the whole thing in one sitting and feel satisfied, you know, like a complete story. Then season 2 tries to add another layer with time travel and Nadia embodying her dead mother in the 80s, and it's a lot. Too convoluted. It lacks that spark that made the first season so special. There are good moments, absolutely, but overall it feels like they were trying to recapture magic that was already perfectly captured. This is Russian Doll, and that first season remains a masterclass in creative storytelling. Michael Crichton's original movie gets this gorgeous, philosophically dense update, and season 1 is just mind-blowing. The mystery, the multiple timelines that all connect, the exploration of AI and consciousness and human cruelty. It's smart, but never alienating. You can follow it, you're engaged, you're theorizing, and that twist hits like a freight train. It felt like the next Game of Thrones, this cultural phenomenon everyone was talking about. But then seasons 2, 3, and 4 get increasingly convoluted and complicated. The show gets too clever for its own good. Narratives become impossible to follow, and it strays so far from the Wild West theme park origins that made it special. Viewers started dropping off because, honestly, it became work to watch instead of fun. Then it got canceled before the planned ending, and you can't help but think, what if they just made season 1 a perfect miniseries and called it a day? This is WESTWORLD, and it squandered its potential by outsmarting itself. And there you have it, series finders. 10 shows that absolutely nailed it right out of the gate and then just kept going when maybe they shouldn't have. It's bittersweet, right? Because we love these shows. We love the characters and the worlds they created, but sometimes the best thing you can do is end on a high note. Leave us wanting more instead of wishing there was less. But hey, that's the TV industry for you. If something's successful, they're gonna milk it, and we're gonna keep watching because we're eternal optimists hoping for that season 1 magic again. Thanks so much for hanging out with me today. Seriously, you all are the best. Drop a comment and let me know which of these hurt your soul the most, or if there's a show you think should have been one and done that I didn't mention. And remember, we're all in this TV obsession together. Until next time, keep finding those series.